In this video, you will see that it's not always necessary to eliminate everyone remaining when you reach a top 10 in zero build. In fact, you will learn that executing great rotations is underrated and can significantly increase your chances of winning more games. I'm going to teach you a lot of tips and provide my full analysis, so buckle up and let's go. This top 10 starts with me having a very good loadout, a purple sniper, Nisha mythic striker AR, Oscar mythic auto frenzy shotgun, 1 shockwave and 3 big pots. The only weakness I can see is the fact that I have only 1 shockwave. That could be an issue in the long run. As I'm waiting in a bush for the current storm to close, I notice a player on the roof and I'm willing to gamble and try to eliminate him because while in the bush he will struggle to locate me properly. Notice that every time I take a shot, I jump and move, making me a tough target to hit for the opponent. Ideally, I don't want this sniping fight to last too long, since I can attract nearby enemies. I get 1 shot on him and he instantly leaves. While it's very tempting at this point to chase him down, I decide not to, mostly because I only have 1 shockwave. After using it, I'll have no more mobility items, so let's keep it for later. The next zone is about to appear soon, so I don't have any reason to move yet. From a distance, I notice movement, and based on how this player jumps, it looks like a bot. Of course, I'm shooting, but I still want to stay in the bush instead of going out in the open. My goal is just to eliminate him and nothing more. Soon after, I see the same sniper from before back on the same roof, and this time he hits me. Instantly, I'm expecting him to push, so the best thing I could do is to get away with the car I just parked not very far from the bush. Of course, my goal is to escape from him, so I'm going in the opposite direction. Also, I know for a fact that after this drive, I'll have to get back to 100 shields. This is a priority. Since my car is close to exploding, I don't want to lose more shields, so I leave it fast. Unsure if someone is chasing me, my best chance is to hide inside a building, and luckily, there's one right in front of me. This is the perfect opportunity to get back to 100 with the overshield recharge and every gun reloaded. I'm still trying to see if enemy footsteps are popping on my screen, so I'm very cautious. Now, see how I exchanged my only shockwave for 2 bunkers? I would not have done this if I had 3 or more shockwaves, but I feel like these bunkers could become clutch in the moving circles coming soon. Even better, I find 2 more bunkers, so I'm stacked on these. Now, with 30 seconds left for the storm to close, I'm waiting. I want to emphasize how important it is to plan your rotations ahead, and here's everything that goes in my mind at this moment. I'm placing my marker not only in the next zone, but also as close as possible to the next second zone. I'm glad I got the forecast tower signal earlier, and if you play lots of solos, this is a must for your zero build games. You should go for them anytime you can. As always, I want to make my rotation along the edges. I would have preferred moving with a car, but I don't have one anymore. This means I'll have to rotate in the water, which is not ideal at all. Because of this, I'm going as soon as I can. As I move, I still want to be a tough target to hit, so I keep sliding, jumping, sprinting, etc. In case I get shot from anywhere, I know I can instantly drop a bunker, so I feel more safe. Now, I notice a zipline that goes straight to the other side. I'm wondering if I should use it. First of all, remember that when you take these ziplines, your action is displayed on enemy screens. Also, I notice a glint from a sniper, so it's a big no-no. I should definitely go through the water as my initial plan. I'm rotating while making sure I'm moving from cover to cover. This increases my chances to survive if I get shot. As you can see, I'm literally hugging the edge of the storm. As a reminder from a previous video, this negates all possible angles on my left side that enemies can shoot me. In other words, I just need to focus and pay attention to what's in front and on my right. So the reason why I'm going in the direction of the shots is that I see 3 people are left and the last 2 enemies will fight each other. Then, if it's the case, I will have no other choice but to push right away. I'm trying to get close to them. At the same time, I don't want to give up my excellent location towards the next circle. So I decide to come back and try to hold them off while in the circle. Great news, I noticed the next second zone will be on the other side of this river. So I'm thinking about going there as early as I can. While I'm rotating while in the water, notice how I move. This is called dolphin diving, and by doing so, you become a hard target to hit. I'm not thinking about looking the other way, I just want to get on the shore as soon as possible. As I climb on top of this small hill, I know for a fact the other 2 will have to rotate towards me, and while crossing the water, they'll have no cover, so I need at least try to pinpoint where they are. I find a bush perfect to assess what's going on around me. I see gunshots, then a moving car. I'm trying to shoot the tires so he'll have trouble driving. Now, the issue is that one player knows I'm in a bush. I see the glint of his sniper rifle. This is why I keep moving while inside the bush, because I expect him to take random shots at me. Right now, the zone has closed, and I'm guessing that one of the players is way down there there, still on the beach. I see a plateau, which will give me the chance to look around. The best case scenario, my intuition was right because I saw the crown logo flashing on the screen, indicating that indeed one enemy is nearby. He is visible and not using cover properly, so this is my chance to beam him. As soon as I get the kill, I'm already thinking about the last guy and try to spot him quickly. Remember, because I used my AR, this last enemy probably already knows where I am. Now it's definitely my turn to know where he is. As I come back to my bush, I see him on the opposite side of the river. Instantly, I notice that my position is way better than his. He will have no choice but to cross the water and come towards me. I also remember that I still have 4 bunkers in my inventory, so I absolutely need to use them for this last fight. I tag him on my first shot, so I'm trying to stay aggressive and try to finish him right away. I don't want to give up my position, so I'm not pushing. I'm thinking about putting a bunker just to try to land more shots while he's in the water. I know I'm not in the next circle, so I can't waste time. I try my luck, but no shots hit. I notice he's still pretty far, so hitting him will be challenging. I'm sacrificing my great position to go settle another bunker inside the next zone. I see him gliding, so this is my chance to finish this game. He's basically a free kill in the sky. Sadly, even when I was leading my shots in front of the target, I got no hit. So I know he doesn't have a medallion and probably is not fully healed because of my snipe. It's tempting to push him, but at the same time, I don't have any mobility. I'm guessing he could be behind this tree, and yes, I see the fizz getting sprayed. He's definitely there, so I try to shoot down his cover. I have a great opportunity to finish him with my AR, but I get a few hits. Clearly, I'm not in control of my AR, so I want to use my auto shotgun instead. For this, I need to be as close as possible to him. That's why I go down my bunker and try to chase him. I'll let you watch the final shots. Clearly, I showed here that not being overly aggressive and focusing a lot on your rotations can clinch you the win in 0 build. So the game starts with me near Lavish Lair. We can see the next circle is very close, so I'm not really concerned by it. Here's the loadout. I have a purple sniper, purple striker AR, blue auto shotgun, shockwaves, and big pots. I do like this setup, but I feel I could upgrade to gold for most of the weapons. That's why I think it would be a great idea to visit Loot Island. I'm not too far from it, so I'm using a car for the rotation. Here's a tip. In fact, when you see a car, it's usually a better idea to ride it instead of going by foot because it offers so much protection. It's just like a moving porta bunker, so why not use it? Now we are officially in the top 10 and I see someone in the distance. I can choose to ignore or continue my route, but I like my chances and I could use the car for protection or just escape in the worst case scenario. Looks like it took me only 2 sniper shots and he's down. Here's a question I'm asking to myself. Is the drop loot interesting enough or not? It looks like the type of loot that boss carries, so I'm not even stopping. I'm just continuing towards the island. Next, I notice footsteps and I think I'm still in a good position to look around and see if I can spot the enemy. Based on how he moves, I know it's a bot, so I keep shooting without hesitating. I do not really care about checking the loot because bots do not carry great loot. The reason I'm stopping and waiting next to a rift is firstly because I'm waiting for the next circle to be revealed on the minimap. Also, since the windows of the car are not broken yet, that means if I get sniped, the bullet won't hit me first, so I'm safe. Next zone appears and Loot Island is still in play inside of it, so I'm not second guessing my decision. It's time to go for it. Did you know you can actually capture the flag while being underneath it? There's a corridor that goes under, and at the end you'll also find a weapon bot bench if you need to use it. Now, can you notice how I don't completely capture the flag? I'm leaving it at 95% completion. But why? The idea behind this is to be able to instantly highlight in red any incoming enemy that comes for the flag. So if I hear any zipline or rift being activated, then I know for sure someone is coming. If this is the case, I get back in the flag capture zone and the magic does the rest. As you can see, I'm patient, I'm taking my time, and I'm basically waiting to see the next zone before making my next move. As soon as it comes, I will sometimes zoom in to see where the terrain includes high ground points. Also, I'm usually trying to go on the edges, but the circle is still quite big, so it's not really a big concern. Since I know that I'm moving out of the island, of course I'm going to capture the flag before leaving and hope for gold loot. Sadly, it's not the case. This is really important, so as I glide over the area I marked, I'm analyzing the terrain and try to find natural pieces of cover like rocks or trees. And because it looks like mostly an open area, I decide to change my idea, so I notice this building will be in zone, offer protection of course, and as a bonus, it's on the edge of the circle. So I go there. If you find this video very helpful so far and want to see more of these, make sure you click on the like button. Thank you. Again, this is a waiting game. I have no reason to leave until the storm closes. You might think it's not the craziest or the most intense gameplay, and you are right, but I feel like rotating and taking your time for it is very underrated and definitely helps to win more games. As I hear shots from afar, I think I could maybe get some lucky snipes and maybe extra kills. Another tip, when you're sniping, never be standing still. You need to be actually moving, sidestepping while aiming down your scope. This way you're preventing to get headshot sniped, basically. As I analyze the next zone, I see the high ground points and thinking about moving there. But I realize that it's too much in the middle of the circle, which means it might be challenging to rotate there. Like I discussed in a previous video, when you go in the middle, you can get shot from all possible angles, so it's a challenge. Instead, I'm thinking to make a safer rotation towards the eastern side, as you can see here. I know I will have to move while in the water, so I don't want to draw too much attention. I decide to go before the storm and get behind a rock. You can see here I'm looking around to have an idea of where the enemies might be, and while doing so, I'm always moving to prevent getting sniped. Soon after, I'm running towards my blue marker, and the reason why I'm sprinting and running the fastest to get on top is because I'm definitely not in a great spot at the moment. Also, there's not much natural cover while going up, so I want this to be over with. As soon as I hear the ping signalizing there is only 2 players left, I stop because I would like to know exactly where he is. The goal here is to find cover and look around, which is quite simple. I'm quite lucky. Right after spotting him, I'm not exposing myself because if he doesn't know where I am, I do have a very significant advantage. With my sniper out, I see him in the open, so I'm not hesitating at all. Next thing you know, he's already dead. And this is how you win with perfect rotations in the top 10 of a 0 build game.